Have you ever seen Jessica Simpson? Do you remember her?
Yeah.
So they had that show, right? Her and Nick, whatever his name was, Lachey, was that his name?
That's right.
And hey, so they had. Oh, I keep forgetting how to dodge that. I think it's R, maybe. I can't remember. But she was just eating out of a can of tuna, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, is this chicken or tuna? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's called chicken of the sea. So is it chicken or is it tuna? This was Jessica Simpson asking Nick this.
Yeah.
And he's like just looking at her like, are you serious right now? Like, it was so funny.
And she was really serious. Right?
Yeah, she didn't know. L1. I keep pushing. And so it's just, every time I see that, I just laugh.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh man. But hey, you know, I'm not even really trying to call her dumb. It is kind of like silly, but it's like,
Right.
if you don't know, you don't know. You know? You would think you know because you're eating. I mean, it doesn't look like chicken, but it's like, well, hey, is this like just another way to package it or store it? Like, what's this about?
Like, is it that numerous, or does most fish taste like tuna?
Well, fish is just so like, it's just such the same meat. You know what I mean? It's just like,
No, different fish taste like different things.
well, it's like pink fish tastes. I feel like pink fish tastes the same, and then white fish tastes the same. And it's really more, I think it feels like more of how you like season it. Where like a cow tastes different than pork, and pork tastes different than chicken. Then it's like, because they seem to be, they're very different animals, whereas like fish are very similar.
Do fowls taste it? Because turkey tastes different than chicken, right? Mostly.
Yeah, I mean turkey. I guess you would know that you're eating turkey, but
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't really taste that much different though.
I mean,
If I put
really
chicken and
depends.
turkey in front of you, and we're just, and like, let's say I could cut it the same way, or let's say I prepared it the same way, I wonder if I can make a chicken taste like a turkey. That would be a good experiment for the trigger.
I mean, they got turduckens and yeah. Oh yeah, duck tastes pretty different, right?
Yeah, duck does taste different. I think that's mostly though because
I don't know if I've had a lot of
like wild duck is so different. Like, because they don't really, do they farm raise duck at all, or do they hunt them all kind of like tuna? Because tuna is hunted, right? It's like it's fish out of the sea. They don't have like tanks.
You don't think that they have tuna tanks?
I don't think so, because tunas are
Tuna
huge.
farms?
Like tuna is like giant. Like they're like 300 pounds, 400-pound fish.
Do you think
they're huge?
Do you think there's really dolphin bits in your tuna cans? So does that mean you've eaten dolphin?
Well, and that's a good point. Then it's like, well, they all the dolphin and tuna taste the same, I guess.
Or maybe we don't know what tuna tastes like because we're just eating so much dolphin. That should not be funny, but
oh, poor dolphins. Hey, I gotta eat, and I eat meat, and I love meat. So sorry, don't care. I'm not eating the bugs. I'm not doing it. I'll become a vegetarian in that case. I'll eat purely nut proteins if that's what we're doing.
Nuts and legumes.
I mean, I guess I'll eat, because there's cultures that eat like scorpions. Speaking of fish, what kind of fish is that? A red snapper? Kind of look like it.
Why is there
the red snapper?
Very tasty.
We need to watch that together. We need to watch it so bad. It'd be so funny. But yeah, because some like eat like scorpion, and it's like I would try it, and if it did taste good, I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I just care if it tastes good. I don't really care what it is.
Yeah, like so the main reason to eat insects is so that we'll stop eating less meat because the flatulence of meat stuff.
Well, and all of it, but yes, the flatulence is like the thing that we always remember, right?
But I mean,
so it's like the processing and all that. It takes gas.
In order to, I mean, even on minimal, I mean, even if you're just in regular caloric intake, how many insects would you need, and what would that do to the ecosystem as well?
Right, because if you're eating all the bugs,
And is it easier to farm?
it would probably be easier to farm, don't you think? Kind of like an ant farm.
I don't know. What about processing it? And I mean, also then you have the problem with, okay, great. How can you make it taste what people would want? And I mean, at that
Yeah, how do you figure out what's like good bugs?
at that rate, I mean, that's why, Beyond Burger and Impossible Burgers do that instead, because that stuff actually tastes really good, and it's amazing how much it tastes like meat.
Yeah, well, and that's honestly probably what we would do, don't you think?
I mean, I think
Like we just do that, and I wouldn't even. I'd be fine. I would. Well, I would want a steak. Like, I love steak, so I don't think I'm ever just gonna be like, yeah, no more steak. Chicken I could care less about. I don't care for chicken at all. Only thing I like is like chicken nuggets. Wings, I guess, are good, but
and for the most part, you don't even actually know if you're eating chicken nuggets at that
Right,
point. It's
right.
like bread and whatever processed soy stuff is probably in there. So.
right.
And water.
All I know is I like the taste. Don't eat my urine because it. What does he say?
Oh, yeah.
I
Crystal
don't
said
eat
there
my
are
urine
tuna
because
farms
I
in the
have
north.
to.
Tuna farms in the north of Japan.
Oh, there you go. I know they like fish tuna, and they're like 50 grand, like worth of food, like, or 50 grand, like, that's how much they get for tuna if they fish one. So it's like, oh, that's crazy. Crazy town. Okay, why am I? This is not appropriate to be stalking like this. Just let me run, please.
Yeah. She says, Florida has tons of fish farms, not tuna though. If you're from Florida, you've had fish, beef, pork, frog, gator, snake, duck, gizzards, squirrel. Not her.
Oh,
Duck and
gators.
frog is greasy. I don't think I've.
Gator is good.
Like
We
you
had
said,
a
gator is
gator in
really white
Alabama.
meat.
Yeah, gator's way good. Like
Country
black and gator tail, so good, way good. We had it in etouffee as well.
Oh yeah,
Gator's really good.
I've had it.
What is going on? Hello, Peter. You look crazy.
Yeah, I think I've had gator and snake at the Big Texan in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr.
I tried like gator jerky. That was not good because it was like
But the date isn't
really
complete.
processed and
Gotta get out
stuff.
fast.
Like, but just having gator is good. I would try all that stuff. Argentines fish frogs.
Dropping it in here.
Like their kids will fish them so they can eat that day because they're so poor.
Handy.
It's like that's not.
This is great data.
Yeah,
Hang on a sec.
I think she tried calling.
I
I
would
think she
try.
tried calling as a guest again.
I would try frog.
Yeah, you would try frog.
Oh yeah, I try anything once as long as it's like cooked. I'd
Yeah.
eat dog. I don't care. Because
You
it's
would eat
like
dog.
oh yeah, for sure. What do I care if it's a dog or a cat? As long as it's meant to be eaten right, then I'm okay with it. But it's like
Yeah.
I'm obviously not gonna eat the animal's head. But that's obviously different.
Can't lose Connors.
Damn.
Harry's dying, and he's the only one who can help.
We won't. You take the drones, I got the jet skis.
I think this was like a demo that they did when they were showing this off. Was this part?
Spider-Man's here.
Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man? One of two.
Really, really exciting.
Keep it tight, man. Watch out for
I
those
really
drones.
wish they would have made a video game of No Way Home, kind of like they did with Spider-Man. They made a Spider-Man game on PlayStation, and it was like the movie. And
Yeah.
it was so good, man. It was so fun. Because they didn't just like do just the movie. They were like, okay, we're gonna put, all the cool things that you guys want to see in it.
Yeah.
And it was way fun. And then eventually you could unlock a Hobgoblin that looked like it was Harry that looked like the Green Goblin, but it's not the real. Whatever. But, yeah, it was way fun. It'd be fun, I think, for them to do that.
Yeah.
But obviously they're making this, so it's like,
What is
well,
that?
we're already doing this. I think it's I think it's
Dr.
Lizard.
Connors.
that. Look how
Oh,
fast he swims. He's swimming faster than jet skis, bro. He is booking it. I don't know. I don't think great white sharks can go faster than jet skis. I mean, the jet skis my in-laws have,
Yeah.
they're like,
Now
they go. I think I got it once up to, with me and my sister-in-law on it. I'm pretty sure I got it up to like
Yeah.
55.
Almost done here. Civilians are all safe. How you looking?
Why is his...
Gunship won't quit.
I'm right
Oh,
behind
I
you.
thought his voice was more
Stay down
gruff
together.
than...
No time.
Well, Peter's voice keeps getting more rough and like serious.
Yeah.
He's obviously like being affected by.
The venom.
Spider-Man has got defenses.
No, it's going to kill you. Oh,
Spider-Man, hang on.
interesting. They do like, well, and they kept his suit, so it's like that's why did they just keep my? I know they have to. They feel like they have to change it because of like the significance of Venom, but it's like,
Yeah. Holy crap, he's more like a dinosaur now.
yeah, he's getting huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. True, he is more like a dinosaur, you're right.
Used to have a neighbor that would skin squirrels on a picnic table.
Yeah,
Her son would watch it.
I mean, I would eat squirrel.
I know. Whoa,
What am I trying to do? Ah,
fly faster.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Jet skiing time. Whoa. I guess I'm just dodging is really what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just QT, quick time events. Dodge,
Ooh.
dodge, dodge.
Man, it's cold out there. 19.
19 degrees.
Yeah.
Save the fishermen that
Save the
can't
fish,
hear.
right.
Don't you think you'd be able to hear all this?
That gunship.
That is- yeah. Right.
I can't. I'm one of them, remember? That's it. Pete, alley-oop on 3.
Oh, wrong. You?
1, 2, 3. Alley.
Oh man.
No, is that an alley-oop like this?
I guess. But then they just ruined that tech that was going to be so useful to them.
Yeah, well,
New York is a good place. Is a good.
yeah.
Is definitely a good location for Spider-Man. That's very. It fits there. I don't know that Spider-Man could like be in Salt Lake, for example.
Right.
It's good, Pete. I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You
Oh.
sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
Well, not really. I mean, fangs, I guess.
Not normally like that, right?
Fangs if you're a spider, but even then you don't have fangs.
He's never like that.
Did you,
Sit down.
did you, skin your deer, or did you take somebody
Tracker
to have
says
it
Connors
done?
is in the Upper West Side sewer.
I just
So-
don't know if I could ever do that.
I was really lucky. So I shot him,
Hey,
and
anyone
then
in Connor's
we
No, but tracking him right now.
you have two options. You can quarter him there,
house? Something.
or
Miles
you
was off his
can
game. We almost had Lizard.
I'm sure he
You
was
know,
just trying
we-
to help.
we
Sometimes
feel,
it's just
you know,
easier to do
we-
things myself.
That's not
Bill
fair,
dressed
Pete.
it.
We're a team.
We just really need
So we,
Connors right
you
now.
know,
For Harry.
took everything out. So what you
Okay.
do is you basically get the
Let
things,
me know when you
you
find
get the
it.
things out that can just be like left there, and like a bear will come the insides, and then you leave from like the knee down. You just cut those off and just leave them there. 'Cause they'll degrade or eat it.
Yeah.
And then and you just have to be careful because you don't want to puncture the stomach or the bladder because that has like bile in it. meat, right? So
Yeah.
you don't want to do that. You have to be careful for that. And you do that, and you just get everything out, and then we were up on a hill, and we could get our truck on a road going down, so we just dragged it to the truck and then put it in. Then they so I call him my Uncle Doug. He's one of my dad's friends.
Yeah.
And
I can get into the sewers up ahead.
he just did it all. So like he skinned it, he gutted it, he did everything. And so he was just teaching, I just watched him do it.
Yeah.
But that's not even the biggest animal I've done that with. I did a pig that was 400 pounds in Argentina and helped them do it.
Harry.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I could do all that stuff. I wouldn't. And I watched them do their deer
So, yeah.
as they did it. And it's like, it's
I've never done a deer or anything like that. The only thing that I've done is like descale a fish or try to. Or learn how to,
I'm usually the one that has to do that stuff.
and they
So like we had a
catfish are skinned.
Yeah, well, we caught a
That's-
catfish out in that pond by the freeway in Valley Fair and Fashion Place Mall. Me and my kids caught a catfish in that pond.
Wait, what pond?
It's just a little, I can't remember what it's called, but it's just a pond. Like you go down Winchester and then you turn left before you get to State. And there's just a little pond by some baseball fields.
Pipes are messing with the
And
tracker signal.
we caught a catfish in there. And so like catfish are weird because they don't stop breathing. So like I put it in the thing.
Yeah.
It had been like a half an hour and it was still breathing, or like it looked like it was breathing at least.
Yeah, it's
And so I
supposed to brain them.
and so I did that. I put a knife, went right through its head, didn't stop breathing, and then then I just cut the head off and it was still breathing. When I put it into the garbage, it was still doing this. So I'm like, well, catfish are funny. But yeah, I usually am. I'm the guy that you called to do it. We had a rooster terrorizing the neighborhood and waking people up. So guess who took care of it?
what
This
do you
guy.
mean?
I
take
took
care
a
of
golf club to it and I knocked it into the fence. And then I turned the golf club around and brained it and killed it. And threw it away in the garbage.
Oh my gosh.
Hello! Hello, Aurora.
Aurorix?
Aurorix? I
Aurorix?
feel like that's a name change. And yes, we are streaming again. Hello. Well, we stream pretty constantly. Hopefully now you're getting our notifications if you haven't been.
Yeah.
Look, we have 4 viewers right now. We haven't had that many in a long time.
No.
Look how good we're doing.
Yeah. Well, I told people about it. No. That's either
Is
one or
this Finn?
this is one or two of my people.
Is this Finn or Finn's sister? For some reason, I'm blanking on everything.
No way.
There's a delay.
But hello. Or this could be my other person who Isaac. That could be Isaac as well. I can't remember all your pseudo names. you guys change them so much, and
Want to know what's in these vats?
Right.
but it's good to have you along. We,
No,
we
no more.
appreciate you. Oh, they left.
They left.
Like, how dare you get my
That
name
doesn't
wrong?
work.
How dare you?
Or we're boring.
Well,
Seen this before.
that's always a possibility. We are teachers after
Oh,
all.
Sophia.
That's
Howard's
right,
always thought
Sophia.
The answers to his problems lie in other places.
Sophia, how are you doing, Sophia? Good
That's
to-
an
it's good to see
interesting
and
way
hear
to
from you.
spell actually.
I actually prefer that way of spelling actually.
Ah!
Act.
That-
Shall I?
It acts like an ah. Like it sounds like the displeasure. I
So-
can feel
so-
that displeasure in that.
Okay, so
Response.
a little, just so you all know. Okay, I'm gonna let in a secret that I tell nobody. Constantly, I have people who will ask me, "Who's your favorite student?" And I would always say, "Oh, they're not in this class," or "Oh no, they don't go to this school." And Sophia was actually my favorite student, but I never wanted to tell anyone because I didn't want anyone to be upset.
Yeah.
And you know, and I obviously have affinities for like all those guys, Weston and Isaac and them. They were great. But when everyone asked that, what's funny is my first thought would always be, oh yeah, Sophia would probably be my favorite student. So it's funny.
Yeah, that's a hard.
So
thing
now I
to-
can always just say, oh, they don't go here. And that's what I tell the Hunter kids.
It's really hard to not have students that you prefer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and it was easy because I was their league coach. So it's like I was, you know, it's like if you're asking me a Hunter, well, I'm probably gonna. Doesn't it make sense that I'm crush attacks cannot be parried or blocked? You must dodge when you see the blue warning for a crush attack. Okay, good. Oh, how to do this?
Before, Connors!
Oh,
If you're in there,
Um,
really use your help!
but yeah, I mean, it makes sense that like the students that are probably going to be some of my favorites are at least going to be in my. Oh man, those jaws probably are so strong. Like, I bet they could crush a car. Like, they're probably so like. It would make sense that, you know, my students would probably be some of my baseball kids or my soccer kids, or
yeah.
I mean, so obviously.
Tail's a real problem.
Yes, it is a problem because I am terrible at parrying. I'm good at all the other stuff.
I need you!
You know how strong he must be to be kicking the crap out of this version of Lizard?
All right.
He must be just... Man, he does not skip leg day. Let's be honest.
But what about tail day?
Oh my gosh, no kidding.
Can you cut it off and it grow back?
I bet it would. Because that was like his whole purpose to begin with. Was growing back appendages.
Oh,
Oh! So dangerous. Oh yeah, he definitely, like, not gonna lie, if this were just normal Spider-Man, I don't know. I might take the Lizard.
wait, you have to rebeat him?
Yeah, so they usually do phases is what they call it in video games. So bosses usually have a phase because they don't.
Oh,
Is it not a dodge? I thought it was a dodge.
yeah.
Okay, let's see if those will.
Brush attack.
Well, and just like what happened with I don't know if you remember Tears of the Kingdom, but like I just got so OP Zelda.
Uh-oh.
So it's just like I got so OP because I was doing all the side stuff,
Yeah.
waiting to, you know, for us to be able to play again, that I you know, I would just get so far ahead in like the individual stories that I became OP, and it's like he really probably would have killed me by now, but I have so much health and I'm just super buff and
Yeah.
oh, Peter, why is that always... That's such a, like, trope. I have the needle. I'm going to use it to cure this thing. And I can't do it. It gets knocked out of my hand. Oh, other. That is definitely the weakness of the gator. You're supposed to get on top of it and hold its jaw tight because it can't. This is really strong, but up is not.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you don't.
But they tell you not to do that either, though, because don't fight gators, people, because they will bite you and they will take your arm. There's a meme that's going around,
Yeah.
which is like Florida versus Australia.
Yeah.
And so one of them, the video is this guy's in a truck, and he, oh my gosh. Hopefully no one was in there. But he's in a, so he's just coming up on like a puddle that you would just, you know, drive through. And he throws a rock because the caption's like check first.
Yeah.
And there's an alligator in it. So he throws the rock in and it, like the gator like snaps at the rock, and it's like, you know, then it goes into the whole thing of like, why do Americans like worry about Australia? We don't have gator ponds. It's like, that's true. Florida is like, it's like where all the bad things are that can like hurt us.
Yeah.
It's like it's got the biggest snakes, the biggest spiders. It's got gators. It's got, I think crocodiles sometimes make their way into Florida. Like, it's crazy. They got sharks off the coast. It's nutso. This is, I really like this fucking though. It's pretty cool. I really like this whole thing that's going on here.